Hi there, and welcome back to another BobBlast. You know, I was looking at some of my early notes from 25 years ago when I started teaching. I didn't know I was going to be doing it this long, but I wrote some 20 top secrets for loosening up. Well, first of all, it can't be a secret if I've exposed it, and here it is. But these are some of the 20 top secrets that I do every once in a while just to get myself going. All right, so this particular video is just going to be about 10, and then on the second BobBlast, I'll do the remaining 10. Let's get started. So, 20 top secrets for loosening up. Number 1, always be ready. No matter wherever you paint. If you have a studio, good for you. If you're painting on your kitchen table, good for you. But keep your paints out. Never put them away. Always have a place to spread your paints out and your buckets of water. Oh, by the way, the cats love it all the time. So have your paper towels and you have a flat surface or however you paint. Be ready. You never know when inspiration is going to hit you. And number 2, keep all your art materials out and have them ready to go before you even begin to paint. Don't put them out during your painting process. So I have my color wheel, I have the colors I'm going to be using, my big jars of paint, and more importantly, lots of water ready to go so I don't have to keep changing my water. That's number 2. Let's get going. Number 3, clear your space. It's your creative area. Don't put your lunch and cocktails on the same table. I only put on the table what's going to serve me for this particular painting. Nothing distracts me. I'm not a dilettante, it's just that I like to work in a creative space. If I have a whole lot of stuff that doesn't serve me, it gets in my way in the flow of the whole creative process, you know. So here I am ready to go with the primaries, my paper is ready to go, and my brush. So always starting large and loose. By the way, I'm right-handed, so those of you who are right-handed, put the water and the paints on the right side. If you're left-handed, put it on the left side. It's amazing how so many of you people sabotage yourselves. Well, here I go, I'm ready to paint. And you go way over here, mix up your paints and your water, and you're doing everything to avoid painting. You're sabotaging yourself. If you're right-handed, be more natural, and large buckets of water. Remember, I always talk about large buckets of water. That way you don't have to be searching for that little cup of water. Keep your eye on the prize right here, and nothing else will get in your way. Let's keep moving. And number 4, I like music in the background. I'm a drummer, so I like music. And so there are some people that also like to paint in silence. Your choice. I can turn my music on, plug it into my sound system in here. It's a party. But I mean, it's your choice. I just happen to like the rhythm of music. No words, just music. If you're listening to people singing words, you're going to be thinking about them. You got to focus on your work. And number 5, it's about your time in the studio. It's your creativity. Don't be interrupted with phone calls. In fact, I turn everything off in my studio. No techno interruption. This is your time to focus. You should celebrate and do your best. And it's your creative time. And number 6, have a goal in mind. Before I even begin a painting, I work in my sketchbook. I sketch, I journal. Thank you, Julia Cameron. I do journal before I do every painting. I have goals, you know, and I even name the painting before I get started. There's a thing going on right now on Facebook. It just drives me nuts. People are, you know, showing you their painting and asking you what the title should be or if it's done. What was their beginning idea to begin with? So I always like to say, write down your goals, write it down. I have to write it down because I do forget, you know, and it's nice to go back and say, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. It gets me back on track. Let's get going. Number 7, physical preparation. Don't wear your best clothing. Oh my gosh, make sure it's oversized and doesn't pinch you, and not be afraid to put paint on. I have 2 kinds of clothing at home. Clothing with a whole lot of paint all over it, and eventually clothing that will have a whole lot of paint on it. So be physically loose and comfortable. If it's tight, take it off. Let's get moving. And number 8, pick a jarring color scheme, something you would never think of doing. I mean, you got to start off crazy loose. So here's one. It's kind of a pea soup green. Oh my God. You know, and it's something really crazy. And you just do something so weird. Work on 2 at the same time. That's always fun. There you go. 2 at the same time. And you say, oh, I'd never do something like this. Well, you're doing it. And that's the best way of getting out of your funk. Work on 2 at the same time. Ready to go for the next one? I know you are. So another way to get a lot looser is think bigger. Every once in a while, do something outrageously bigger than you would normally do. It'll keep you loose. And don't forget a big brush. And another top secret is to get away. Get away from the surface. You're all painting too close with your tiny little brush and your nose is up against the painting. You can't see the painting. Remember, this is about loosening up. So I take my brushes and put them on long twigs. And I also stand. If I sit down, I kind of like, but if I'm standing, I can dance around. So that means I paint on a flat surface. Really wet, really wet. And my paint's here again on my right-hand side. And that way, look, I can just swing all over the place and have way too much fun. See, and I also get to see the whole painting all at one time. My nose isn't up against the surface. Again, this is how I loosen up. It's not the way to do it, but it's a lot more fun to paint at arm's length standing up, especially when it's flat. That means when I put the paint and the water down, it stays there. It doesn't start to drip away. You know, this is all available for you to download, and this handy dandy piece of information is the 20 top secrets for loosening up. I've been doing this whole thing for 25 years, and I'm still learning how to loosen up. Hey, and let's make sure you watch the next 10 loosen up on the next BobBlast. Hey, this was fun, and I can't wait to do the next one. And as a reminder, I have 2 one-week workshops, can't wait, in August in Mendocino. Yay, one of the most beautiful places to paint. You have the headlands there, and we get to paint late at night, get there really early. I do some of my best work there because we're all painters, and the camaraderie is fantastic. Great little town. It's a great place to be creative. I'll see you in August, those 2 weeks. Choose one or both of them. I'll see you then.